Today I will be discussing the intervals and other sections in sets. In my earlier class, I have already defined the types of sets and also I have worked out problems related to that. So, today let us learn intervals. So, I have defined this subset also. I have explained the subset of a given set. So, let us write intervals as subsets of R. Intervals as a subset of R. So, what do you mean by subset? Set A is said to be a subset of B if all the elements of A must be present in B or it is contained in B. All the elements must be present in B or contained in B. So, interval means, see, if you take a real number, say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, etc. We have to take these intervals, say 0, 1 or minus 2, minus 1, because there are two types of representations, that is interval written within this bracket and another say type is interval written within this square bracket. So, this is called an open interval and this is called a closed interval, okay, closed interval. So, we have to now discuss what are these open interval and closed interval, okay. We will have to study this. So, interval means it is just representing, see this number between 0 to 1 or between 0 to 2 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3. So, we are taking different subsets of this real number, okay, different say subsets of the real number system. Now, let us consider, see, we write, say first I will define an open interval. Let me define this open interval. Let A comma B belonging to R. So, take two real numbers, then set of all x such that x is strictly less than B and strictly greater than A. Set of all x such that x is strictly less than B and strictly greater than A is called an open interval, and denoted as A comma B, So, this is open interval AB. Therefore, I write open interval AB is, see, open interval AB is set of all x, because this is a real number. See, even x is a real number. So, set of all x such that x is strictly less than B and strictly greater than A. So, this is an open interval. In the case of an open interval, say, let us consider in the case of an open interval 1, 2, 3, 4. Suppose if I consider open interval 2, 3, the meaning is all those elements in between 2 and 3 are included, whereas the boundary values, the extreme corner values 2 and 3 are not included. So, ಈಗ open interval ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಮತ್ತು 3ಯ ನಡುವಿನ ಎಲ್ಲ ರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಗಳು ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಬಟ್ 2 ಮತ್ತು 3 ಇದು ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಗುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. So, in the case of open interval, it is only elements in between A and B. See, for example, I write open interval 5 comma 7. What is the meaning of this? Set of all x such that x is less than 7, greater than 5. Or I write open interval minus 3 comma 2, set of all x such that x is less than 2, greater than minus 3, greater than minus 3. So, an open interval a comma b is defined as set of all x such that x is greater than a and less than b. Similarly, let us define a closed interval. Okay, we define the closed interval. Now, closed interval. So, let us write, let a comma b belonging to R, then set of all y such that y is less than or equal to b, greater than or equal to a, is called a closed interval, closed interval, and is denoted as, see, this is the representation, that is a comma b with this bracket, it represents set of all y such that y is less than b and less than or equal to b and greater than or equal to a. Y is less than or equal to b and greater than or equal to a. Therefore, this is closed interval AB. Now, for example, say in the case of a closed interval, these boundary values, all numbers in between a and b are included. In addition to that, the boundary values, what are the boundary values? A and b, even they are also included. Now, for example, closed interval 5 comma 10. What do you mean by this? Set of all y such that y is less than or equal to 10, greater than or equal to 5, greater than or equal to 5. Similarly, say closed interval minus 3 comma plus 3, that is set of all y such that y is less than or equal to 3, greater than or equal to minus 3. So, in the case of open interval, all elements in between a and b are included, but the boundary values a and b are not included. Whereas, in the case of a closed interval, all values including between 5 and 10 and also including all values between a and b and also values including a and b are there in this interval. ಸೊ ನಾವೀಗ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ ಹೀಗೆ, ಓಪನ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಎ ಮತ್ತು ಬಿ ಯ ನಡುವಿನ ಎಲ್ಲ ರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡೆಡ್, ಬಟ್ ಎ ಮತ್ತು ಬಿ ನಾಟ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡೆಡ್. ಹಾಗೆ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಎ ಮತ್ತು ಬಿ ಇದರ ನಡುವೆ ಇರುವಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸನ್ನು ನಾವು ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಇನ್ ಅಡಿಷನ್ ಟು ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಎ ಮತ್ತು ಬಿ ಕೂಡ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡೆಡ್. ಸೊ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ try to understand this, remember this, I mean concept of open and closed interval. See, now we can also come across an interval like this. This is closed from left, open from right, half closed, half open. What is this half closed, half open? See, this is set of all x such that x is strictly less than b, greater than or equal to a. ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು, ಎ ಬಿ ಬಿಲಾಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಆರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು, ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್. ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಓಪನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್, ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ರೈಟ್. ಈಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸಚ್ ದಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದನ್ ಆರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಎ, ಲೆಸ್ ದನ್ ಆರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಬಿ. ಒನ್ಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎ ಕಾಮಾ ಬಿ ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟು ಆರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೈ ಈಸ್ ಎ ರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್. ಸೊ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ boundary points are included, and anyhow no doubt all values in between a and b are included. Open means all values in between a and b but boundary are not included. Now, let us just write some examples. Okay? ಈಗ 1 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಗೆ ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಓಪನ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಆಸ್, ನೋಡಿ ಈಗ ನಾನು ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, a comma b is equal to set of all y such that y is greater than or equal to a, less than or equal to b. That is actually the set builder form of representation of a set. ಈಗ ಸೆಟ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅದನ್ನು ಇಂಟರ್ವಲಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಆರ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಸೆಟ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಬರೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಸಿ ನಾವು ಟೇಕ್ ಡೌನ್ ಸಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. Write the following as interval. Write the following as interval. Write the following as interval. Okay, they will be giving this set builder form. A set interval is given in that form. You have to write the interval. Now, first example, see, they are writing set of all x such that x belongs to R and x is less than or equal to 6, greater than minus 4. Nodi, what is that? X is a real number and x is less than or equal to 6, greater than or equal to 4. Ega strictly greater than minus 4. Minus 4, whether this is included, minus 4 include ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ. No. Therefore, this is open. Whereas less than or equal to 6, what about 6? 6 is, it is less than 6 and equal to 6, that means 6 is included. Therefore, that is minus 4 comma 6. Nodi, this is open from the left, closed from the right. Have you followed the idea? Then set of all, say x such that x belongs to R, x is strictly less than minus 10, greater than minus 12. So, in either sides it is strictly less than and strictly greater than. Therefore, it is clear that these values are not included. Illi equal ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು included, but ಅವರು equal ಹಾಕಲಿಲ್ಲ. So, they are not included. So, how do you write this? It is open from left as well as right. Minus 12 comma minus 10. Okay? ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ a less than b ಅಂತ ಮೊದಲೇ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. a comma b belongs to R. a comma b belongs to R. And ನೋಡಿ ಇದೊಂದು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಎಸ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. a less than b. a comma b belongs to R. a less than b. ಈವನ್ ಓಪನ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಹಾಗೆ a comma b belongs to R. a less than b. Okay? a comma b belongs to R and a less than b. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ minus 12 minus 10. Then one more example, set of all x such that x belongs to R, 0 less than or equal to x less than 7. See, once again, 0 is included, x greater than or equal to 0, 0 is included, but it is strictly less than 7 means 7 is not included. Therefore, it is closed from the left, open from the right. ಯಾಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 0 ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದೆನ್ ಆರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 0 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? 0 ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡೆಡ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಲೆಸ್ ದೆನ್ 7 ಅಂದರೆ 7ಗಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ, ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಲೆಸ್ ದೆನ್ 7 ನಾಟ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 7, ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ 7 ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡೆಡ್. ನಮಗೆ ಓಪನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ನಾಟ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡೆಡ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಓಪನ್, included ಅಂದರೆ closed. Therefore, this is 0 is included, 7 is not included. Therefore, it is closed from the left and open from the right. Hence, this is half closed, half open. Now, set of all x such that x belongs to R, x is less than or equal to 4, greater than or equal to 3. Now, what is this? In this case, it is closed from left and left as well as right. Why? 3 is included, 4 is included. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇದೇನಾಯಿತು? This is nothing but 3,4. 3,4. Followed this? So, have you understood this concept of closed and open interval? ಇದರಿಂದ 1 mark questions ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. See, Now, write the following in set builder form. Write the following in set builder form. In my last class I have explained this. Set builder form means it is actually a representation where the sets are being represented by one single property, but it is not possessed by any element outside the set. So, this is a set builder form, okay, because it is being defined with respect to one single property. Iga first one, say -3, 0. This is open interval -3, 0. So, how do we write this in the set builder form? Heg bariyudo, it is nothing but, see, set of all x, x belongs to R, comma, x is strictly illi greater than -3, less than 0. What is that? -3, 0. -3, 0, this is open. Open andre enu? -3 and 0 both are not included. Ad karana it is strictly greater than -3 and strictly less than 0. Strict andralli equality illa. Adike I am using the word strictly. Now similarly we can write, see, that is 6, 12. 6, 12. What is this? How do you express it in the set builder form? It is set of all x such that x belongs to R. X is less than or equal to 12, greater than or equal to 6. X is less than or equal to 12, greater than or equal to 6. Next, 6, 12. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ, it is open from the left, closed from the right. ಯಾಕೆ? It is 6 is not included, whereas 12 is included. So, how do you write? X belongs to R. X is less than or equal to 12, greater than 6. X is less than or equal to 12. ಯಾಕೆ? It is closed from the right. Closed, ಇಲ್ಲಿ closed andre 12 is included. Illi open andre 6 is not included. Therefore, x is greater than 6, less than or equal to 12. Similarly, the fourth one, that is -23, 5. So, this is set of all x. X belongs to R. Now, closed from this side, open from the side of 5. So, x is greater than or equal to -23 and strictly less than 5. So, now we have, it is clear that when a problem is given in set builder form, we can express the same in interval form. So, when the interval form is given, we can express it in the set builder form. So, I hope this idea about the closed and open interval are clear. Next, let us study universal set. Universal set andre largest set. ಈಗ sets A, B are given. ನಾವು ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ sets A, B, C. Universal set means it is the superset of all these. So, A is a subset of universal set, B is a subset of universal set, C is a subset of universal set. Now, ಒಂದು example ಕೊಡೋದಿದ್ರೆ, the people living in the town or in a city. So, ಇಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ total ಜನಸಂಖ್ಯೆ, ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಲ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಲ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ದ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಲ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ದ ಸೂಪರ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಗಿವನ್ ಸೆಟ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಲ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಈಸ್ it is the superset of each of the given sets. each of the given sets, each of the given sets. It is denoted as, it is generally denoted as U. U represents this universal set. So, generally we represent the universal set by U. Okay? We represent the universal set by U. ಏನು ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಲ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಈಗ ಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಬಿ ಸಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಲ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಸೂಪರ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಎ ಕೊಮ ಬಿ ಕೊಮ ಸಿ. Now in the previous classes we have studied A is a subset of B. B is called the superset because it contains that subset. So U is the superset related to all these A, B, C. That means A, B, C are respectively the subsets of U. Okay? They are all subsets of U. Now for example, say consider the sets A 2, 4, 5, B 1, 3, 5, C 3, 5, 7, 11 and D 2, 4, 8, 10. Then universal set U is equal to, see 1, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಇದೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 3, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಇದೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 5. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ 1 3 5 1 3 5 2 4 5 ಇದು ಕೂಡ ಬಂತು. ಈಗ 3 5 ಆಯಿತು, ಆಯಿತಾ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 7, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 8, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 10, 11. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ 1 2 3 4 5 7 8 10 11. ಸಿ A 2 4 5 2 4 5 1 3 5 1 3 5 3 5 7 11 3 5 7 11 2 4 8 10. ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಲ್ ಸೆಟ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಲ್ ಸೆಟ್. ಸೊ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಲ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು, ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಓನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡೋದಿದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಲ್ ಸೆಟ್? ದ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅದರದ್ದು ಸಬ್ಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ನಾವು. ಈಗ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಟೋಟಲ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಟೇಕನ್ ಆಸ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಲ್ ಸೆಟ್. ನಾವಾಗ ಸಬ್ಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ಹೇಗೆ ತೆಗಿಬೋದು? ಬಾಯ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿಂಗ್ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸ್, ಹಾಗೆ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿಂಗ್ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸ್, ಆರ್ ಗರ್ಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಸಬ್ಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಸೆಟ್. ಸೊ ಆಗ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಲ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೋದು. ಸಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ದಿಸ್ ವೆನ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್. Okay, let us learn the Venn diagram. Now we are representing all these sets, their operations by means of this diagram. ಒಂದು ಸೆಟ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾವಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಸಿ ವೆನ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ದ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಸೆಟ್ಸ್. ಏನು, ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವೆನ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್? Venn diagram is actually used for representing the relationship between the sets. Okay, relationship between the sets. Now I'll give you one example. See, Venn diagram represents the relationship between the sets. Relationship between the sets. See one example. Let us write. Let set U is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is the universal set. Next, let us consider A. A is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. ಈಗ set B 4, 6. So let us consider the Venn diagram. ನೋಡಿ, this is U, the biggest set. ಈಗ B is, see, let us consider ಏನು B, 2 elements are there, 4 and 6. ಈಗ ವಾಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ A? ನೋಡಿ, A 4 ಮತ್ತು 6 ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ದೇರ್. ಸೊ 2, 8, 10. It is there in the set A. ಅಂದರೆ 4, 6 is a subset of this. See, B is a subset of A. Okay, what is B? It is a subset of A. Now when we represent, what are the elements of B? 4 and 6. But where are these elements? They are in A also. ಈಗ this is set A, this is set B. Okay, ಇದೇನು ಈಗ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀತೇನೆ. See, that is right. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಬರದೆ. See, this is set A. Set A contains 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. ಈಗ 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. These are already written there in set A and B. So, which are the remaining elements? ಈಗ remaining elements ಯಾವುದು? Remaining numbers are, ನೋಡಿ, 1, 3. ಏನು ರೂಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಹೀಗೆ ಬರಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ರೂಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. 1 ಅನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ಬರಿಬೋದು, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ A and B we can write. This is just for our understanding. 1, 3, 5, ನಂತರ 7, 9. So this is Venn diagram. Nodi, in this Venn diagram, I have written the elements of B. I have just denoted that. What are the elements of B? 4 and 6. The elements of B are 4 and 6. And elements of A are 4, 6. In addition to that, 2, 8, 10. Then universal set contains all these elements. Okay, universal set contains all these elements. I hope you have understood this. So what is universal set? Universal set is the superset of all. Nodi, A is a subset of U, B is a subset of U. Therefore, U itself is the superset of A and B. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಸೆಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So in general ಹೇಳುವುದಿದ್ರೆ U is the superset of all given sets. Okay, it is the superset of all given sets. ಅಥವಾ ನಾವೇ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಂದ್ರೆ U is the biggest set possible. See, next let us learn operations of sets. Operations. ಏನು operations ಅಂದರೆ union of two sets, intersection of two sets, difference of two sets, like that. So first we learn union of two sets. Union of two sets. See, what is the meaning of union of two sets? ಈಗ ಸೆಟ್ ಎ ಮತ್ತು ಸೆಟ್ ಬಿ, ನಾವು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಹೇಳೋದಿದ್ರೆ ಎ ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಬಿ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿನೋಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಎ ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಬಿ that contains the elements of A and B together. All the elements of A and B are there in A union B. In other words, we say A union B is just sum of, it is actually the elements of A and B are included in that. So what is this A union B? Union now. Union of two sets. Union of two sets A and B. A and B denoted by A union B is the set of all those elements, each one of which is either in A or in B or in both A and B. Both in A and B. So the union of two sets, it is denoted as A union B. Okay, actually it includes either elements of A or elements of B. ಅರ್ಥ ಏನದು? A in the previous example 2, 4, 6, 8. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಡೆ I have given 2 and 4. So 2, 4 itself is included in A. So I say it is either elements of A or elements of B or both elements of A and B. Okay, or both elements of A and B. Iga we can write like this. See, that is A union B. Let us just represent it by means of a set theoretic notation. See, A union B is a set of all X such that X belongs to A or X belongs to B. ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆಯುವಾಗ this term is also very important. ನಾನು I am not writing and ಅಂದರೆ ಅದು X ಅಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ಇರಬೇಕು ಮತ್ತೆ A ಅಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ಇರಬೇಕು B ಅಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಈಗ ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಐದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ A or it is in B or it may be both in A and B. See, we can give this Venn diagram. Nodi, what is this Venn diagram for A union B? Now, this is the universal set. This is a set A and this is a set B. Now, A union B is Nodi, this is totally A union B. A union B is this full shaded area. Okay, this is A union B. A union B andre it is inclusive of either elements of A or elements of B or both elements of A and B. Okay, both elements of A and B. Nodi, I'll write one example. Let A is equal to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and B equal to 3, 5, 8, 10. Then what is this A union B? A union B is equal to 2, see 2, then illi 3, then 4, 5, 6, 8, 10. So, it contains elements of A and B, that is A union B. So, what is this A union B? It contains all the elements of A and B. Okay? So, that is A union B. Now, I will write one more example. See, A is equal to A, E, I, O, U and B is equal to A, I, U. A, I, U. Look at this. Now, what is this then? What is A union B? A union B is, nodi, illi A, I, U. A, I, U. It is contained in A also. Therefore, what is A union B? A, E, I, O, U. That is what I said. A union B means it contains either elements of A or elements of B or it contains elements of both A and B. Elements of both A and B. Now, you can write, see, 1, A is contained in A union B, then B is contained in A union B, A is contained in A union B, B is contained in A union B. So, A union B is set of all X such that X is belonging to A or X is belonging to B. Set of all X such that X is belonging to A or X is belonging to B. Tell me, students, have you understood this now? Next, let us study intersection of two sets. That is, say, intersection of two sets. See, intersection of two sets A and B. See, intersection of two sets A and B, A and B denoted by or denoted as A intersection B is the set of all common elements present in A and B, present in A and B. Set of all common elements present in A and B, common elements present in A and B, that is A intersection B, set of all x such that x belongs to A and x belongs to B. What is this A intersection B? It is set of all x such that x belongs to A and x belongs to B. That is, x is contained both in A and B. So, this word makes a lot of difference. ನೀವು ಬರೆಯುವಾಗ ಆರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಒಟ್ಟಾರೆ ಬರೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಎ ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಬಿ, ಒಂದ ಎ ಯಲ್ಲಿರ್ಬೋದು ಇಲ್ಲ ಬಿ ಯಲ್ಲಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಎ ಮತ್ತು ಬಿ ಎರಡರದ್ದು ಒಟ್ಟಿಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎ ಇಂಟರ್ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಬಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಆ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ ಎ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬಿ. ಎ ಮತ್ತು ಬಿ ಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರಲೇಬೇಕು. ದೇ ಆರ್ ದ ಕಾಮನ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬಿ. ಸಿ, I will just give you one example, that is A is equal to A, E, I, O, U and set B is equal to A, B, C, D, E. So, what is this A intersection B? A intersection B is the common element present in A and B, or they are the common elements present in A and B. See, A, it is there, A. Next E, it is there. What about I? No. O is not there. For this U is not there. Therefore, A intersection B is equal to A comma E. A is equal to 2, 3, 5, 7, 9. B is equal to 1, 3, 4, 6, 8. So, what is this A intersection B? What is A intersection B? That is 2 not there. Then 3, only 3 is the common element. So, A intersection B, that is 3. Now, A is equal to 1, 3, 5, B is equal to 2, 4, 6. Here A intersection B is null set because there are no common elements present in A and B. We can call these two sets as disjoint sets. Now, I will show you this Venn diagram. See, let us consider this is U, set A, set B. Now, this is, see, this is A intersection B. What is this? A intersection B. A intersection B is the common region determined by both A and B, or they are the common elements present in both A and B. Nodi, note, ಈಗ A intersection B is null set. A intersection B null set ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? They are, see, this is U. Now, this is a set A, this is a set B. So, A and B are disjoint. A and B are disjoint. Okay? When two sets are disjoint, their intersection is non-empty, null set. Okay? So, what do you mean by A intersection B? Please remember this equation. A intersection B is set of all x such that x is belonging to A and x is belonging to B. Follow this? Now, let us study some properties. Say, properties. This is for A union B. Here I am writing for A intersection B. First, I write A union B is equal to B union E. That is, union of A and B is same as union of B and E. Here, A intersection B is same as B intersection A. Then, we write A union B union C is A union B union C. That is, union of B and C is same as union of A and B. Now, we write A intersection B intersection C is same as A intersection B intersection C. Then, we can write A union null set, that is A. A intersection null set, that is null set. A intersection null set is a null set. Then A union A is A. Then A intersection set A is A. Then U union set A is equal to U. And U means universal set intersection A, that is a A. So, U intersection A, that is equal to A. So, remember the properties also. What is A union B? A union B is same as B union A. So, A intersection B is same as B intersection A. Then A union B union C is same as A union B union C. Hage A intersection B intersection C, this is same as A intersection B intersection C. Andre illi A intersection of B and C is same as intersection of A and B with C. Next, A union null set. Iga union of A with null set is giving the full set, whereas intersection of A with null set is giving null set. Nandra A union A, that is A. Similarly, A intersection A is A. What about this union set? This is universal set. Universal set union A, you will get universal set. Whereas universal set intersection A, you will get the set A itself. Now, I will give you one example. Say, problem. A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. B is equal to 3, 4, 5, 6. And C is equal to 5, 6, 7, 8. D equal to 7, 8, 9, 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. Find A union B, A union C, B union C, B union D. Then A union B union C, A union B union D. So, let us write A union B, A union C and the remaining. See, answer. First, we write A union B. What is A union B? It is set of all elements of A and B to be added. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡೂ ಕಡೆ ಇದ್ದ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದಂದ್ರೆ 1 + 3 4 ಹಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಯ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿಯ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಈ ಸೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಈಗ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಮನ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಎರಡೂ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿನ ಕಾಮನ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬರಿತೇವೆ. ಸಿ ಹಿಯರ್ 1 2 3 4 then 5 6. ನೋಡಿ, this is A union B. What is A union B? 1 2 ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1 2 ಇಲ್ಲ 1 2 then 3 4 is common, so 5 6. Next second, A union C. A union C is 1 2 3 4. Hilli common elements are not there, so it is containing all the elements of A plus all the elements of C. Aga 1 2 3 4, then 5 6 7 8. Okay, then we write A B union C, B union C, but 3 4 is not there, 5 6 is common, so this is B union C. Then we write B union D. B union D, B 3 4 5 6 and D 7 8 9 10. 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Then 5. We write A union B union C. A union B union C. First either you take A union B, then with the C. Even you first idu bariri A union B. It is 1 2 3 4 5 6 union C. C andre 5 6 7 8. So I repeat, what is that A union B union C? What is that? That is, first you take the union of A and B. Next you again take the union with C. Iga what is A union B? Illi bardidenu nanu. That is union this. So what is that element? 1 2 3 4. Illi 5 6 ide. So 5 6, the remaining 7 8. So this is A union B union C. Then last one, that is A union B union D. First what to do? You take A union B. Already I have wrote that A union B. What is that A union B? 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Union. Union. What is the D? D is equal to 7 8 9 10. That is 7 8 9 10. So what do you get now? That is nothing but 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 7 8 9 10. So this is A union B union D. Okay. So have you followed this operation union? Next, I'll write another example. A is equal to 3 5 7 9 11. B equal to 7 9 13. C is equal to 11 13 15 15 17. Find A intersection B, B intersection C, C intersection D, A intersection C, B intersection D. Then A intersection B intersection B union C. Then A union D intersection B union C. Okay, intersection B union C. Now, see, let us first write answer. See, first A intersection B. You read A and B. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. B, 7, 9, 11, 13. 7, 9, 11. Common. So, what is this A intersection B? 7, 9, 11. Next, B intersection C. What is B intersection C? B intersection C is what? See, B and C. 7, 9, 11, 13. 11, 13, 15. ಈಗ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಇದೆ 11, 13, 15. ಈಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 7, 9 is not there. 11 and 13 are common. Next, A intersection C intersection D. First you write A intersection C. A intersection C. What is that? 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 11, 13, 15. It is 11. 11. Intersection D, 15, 17. Not really any common element is there? No. Therefore, this is null set. Why? A intersection C. A intersection C is only 11. Notice 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. 11, 13, 15. So, what is A intersection C? A intersection C is 11. Its intersection with the D 15, 17. Common is not there. Therefore, it is null set. Then, we can write A intersection C. A intersection C, that is only 11. A intersection C is 11. Then, fifth one, B intersection D. B intersection D. Is there any common element present? No. Therefore, null set. Then, we write for this one, first we write A intersection B. Then we write B union C. Then we write A intersection B intersection B union C. We write that. Okay. First, A intersection B. A intersection B is 7, 9, 11. What is A intersection B? 7, 9, 11. And what is B intersection C? 11, 13. Nodi, A intersection B, it is 7, 9, 11. Hage B intersection C, 7, 9, 11, 13. 11, 13, 15. So, it is 11, 13. Now, what is this intersection? It is 11. Okay? You have to find the common element present in both. Follow this. Next, we go to say A union D intersection P union C. A union D, B union C. Therefore, A union D intersection B union C. A union D intersection B union C. Now, what is A union D? A union D, look here, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, comma, D, 15, 17. 15, comma, 17. Then, B union C. B union C, 7, 9, 11, 13. So, here 11, 13 is already there. Therefore, you have to write 15. So, A union D andre A matte D ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬರಿಬೇಕು. ಹಾಗೆ B union C the elements ಕಾಮನ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎರಡರಲ್ಲೂ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಒಂದೇ ಸಲ ಬರೆಯೋದು. ಸೊ ಈಗ B union C. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಇಂಟರ್ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್? ಈಗ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಮನ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾವುದು ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಸಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 7, 9, 11 ಮತ್ತು 15. ಸೊ 7, 9, 11, 15. ಓಕೆ, 7, 9, 11, 15. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ A union D, B union C. Okay, it is 7, 9, 11, 15. Have you understood this? So, ಈಗ ನಾವು ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಇಂಟರ್ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದರ ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಮತ್ತು ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಐ ಹೋಪ್ ದಿಸ್ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಈಸ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ದಿಸ್? ಸೊ ಯು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ದಿಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಟುಡೇ.